Well, we have a new face on the bike lift today in the form of this 1938, I believe, Royal Enfield 1140cc model KX, and I'm told, or I understand, that it may be about 30 years since this was last run, and it's been sent here for me to try and get it going and see what I think of it, and perhaps think about what, if anything, may need doing to it. But first of all, I was told it was pretty much a runner when it was put away all that time ago, so first of all I think the best thing to do is try and get it going and see what I think of it. So I've gone over quite a few of the basic things. I've checked, I didn't have to do anything actually to get sparks. I just took the plugs out and kicked it over and there were sparks on both of them, so I put the plugs back in. I've checked and adjusted the valve clearances, which were a bit sloppy on a couple of them. I drained the oil, which stank of petrol, stale petrol, and cleaned the two gauze strainers out that live in the bottom of those crankcase drain plugs. I've had the quill bolt out and checked that, and also checked that the cork seal is present and intact in the end of the crankshaft, and it is. And I've been right through the fuel system, because that was obviously full of gunge, the pipes and the carburettor and the fuel taps and everything, so I've gone right through the carburettor, and I think that if I just put some petrol in it now, it ought to start up. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to park the camera down here and get my funnel and tip some fuel in, and we'll see whether we can coax any life out of it. I'm fairly hopeful that it will fire up. We'll soon find out. No point in putting too much fuel in something that's stood for a long time, because perhaps the fuel taps might leak, or anything, who knows what really. So just enough to hopefully get into the carburettor and get it started if it's going to start, and maybe run it for a couple of minutes. That'll do for now, and if all goes well we can always build on that as we go. So here we are. I'm going to turn the fuel on now. The float in the float chamber is starting to rattle now when I press the tickler. That's a good sign. Took a while, I didn't think it was going to happen there for a moment. Right, my finger's just getting a bit wet with petrol on the tickler button now, I think. Yep, there we are. I'm going to close the choke. Actually, I'll do that again. The choke is actually on the right hand side. That's the advanced retard. So I'll put the advanced retard lever about halfway. Choke is closed. Let's see what happens. Possibly nothing. It's quite stiff to kick over this. Just a pop or a cough would be nice. Looks like we're not going to have anything, sadly. Well, the early signs are that it sounds quite happy with life to me, I think. We're just going to put the camera down again, just find out which is advance and which is retard on that lever. Right, so it's lever pulled or tight cable for full advance. Backing off on the lever retards the ignition. That's good to know. I'll see if I can knock the choke off next. Okay, so I've got to find a tick over and I've got to get it running without the choke. But it's coming up to the end of the day and at least we have a runner. So that's decent progress for one day.